Yeah, let's talk some bets real quick about UFC 328 to close up the night with the one and only back from a fishing trip, James Romero.
Hey, what's going on? Dude, it's an emo night. The Bass Pro hats, pretty funny.
All right, I couldn't tell. It looked like I was close. I
It's
thought
it's
it
like
was Bass
it's
Pro
you know how
Shop.
they make like different versions of the Bass Pro hats. This one just says emo night.
Looks like you're back from I said from fishing. Is it from another rave?
No, it's just from it's called emo night. It's literally just they play at Launchpad and they do play a bunch of emo music and go on stage and it's for the little scene kids back in the day like me.
And we have to ask, are you just back from sparring?
Oh yeah, I am, but this is from last week. This one was from little uppercut wink, and then this one was from a hook from Ty, I think.
Oh, that's funny because actually earlier, just like 30 minutes ago, we did have a question. Does Ty Miller have a fight booked yet? I don't know if you're allowed to say yes or no, but he's already punching you in the face.
Oh yeah, well Ty's one of those guys. I don't think he has anything booked yet, but he's one of those guys who's like me and him. We're never out of the gym, so there's the most I've seen him take off in the years I've been there is a week. And that's why there's a reason he's good. It's because he trains hard. It's not secret.
Sorry, did MMA after hours today, and my buddy Michael Carlisle, who I did that show with. We're just gonna dive right into the main event. First off, people gotta get there because the animosity is crazy, and he's like, "I'm putting money on Sean Strickland."
It's the line, the odds where you make it, you kind of have to. I think Hamzat's going to go out there and dominate, but it's kind of unbettable unless you bet him round one or bet him submission. But it's, even those are priced at like round one is plus 120 maybe, and like by submissions minus 120 or something. So they're like it's almost unplayable for me. We'll see. We'll see what I end up betting. I'm gonna pick Hamzat, but I think he actually goes out there and dominates.
Hamzat Chimaev domination. That's what we're expecting. Do you think Sean Strickland has the style to give him problems or not really?
I don't think anyone in the middleweight division has the ability to give Hamzat problems. I think he's just different.
I was hoping you were going to have an analysis I didn't already say, but I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad and this is going to be one-sided. And I'm sorry to say all that, Sean Strickland, but it's just kind of what I'm feeling.
I mean, if he's able to survive the early rounds, he's got good cardio and pace where it could get ugly late if it goes late for Hamzat.
Co-main event title is also on the line. Joshua Van comes in as an underdog to the challenger in Tatsuro Taira.
Yeah, we've talked about this a little. I like Taira here. He's like in the minus 180 range. I just think he's grown, especially since the Royval lost. I'm gonna bet Taira for sure. Van's good, but he shouldn't even beat a champ. He literally was gonna get mauled by Pantoja and fluke arm break, but
he's a good scrambler. He's tiny. He's a good combination puncher. I'm so tempted about Van.
I can see why. I see why people are on that side, and I'll just about justified. But I just my prediction. I'm gonna bet, and I think Taira gets it done, especially what he did to Moreno and took him down and beat the absolute piss out of him.
Well, I was all over most of the underdogs for this. How are you feeling about the big tree trunk heavyweights? We have Volkov, former Bellator champion, coming in as the favorite, and Waldo Cortez Acosta, who was flavor of the year last year for the heavyweights, is the underdog.
Yeah, I like an underdog here. I actually used to think Waldo was kind of a fraud when he first got in, but he's proven he's damn good. And when he hits you with that right hand, not that Volkov's no slouch, but if Waldo mixes in the takedowns and wrestling, Volkov's very easy to take down.
Sean Brady, Joaquin Buckley, Brady coming in as a slight favorite over Buckley, who had trouble with his wrestling last time we saw him against Usman, but Brady got steamrolled by Morales, so there's a bounce back for both of them here.
Yeah, I think the bounce back's on Brady's side here. I think he's able to get to his game. If he's able to chain together a couple takedowns, his grappling's legit. The way he stays on top, his control and pressure, his freaking backs this wide, like I think Brady gets it done. He just ran into a physical specimen of Morales.
Jeremy Stevens has massive knockout power. He's a pretty sizable underdog. He hasn't had an MMA win since the PFL, and he's taking on Bobby Green, sizable favorite, but the hands down will make this a pretty thrilling watch for as long as it lasts.
It's going to be a fun one, I think. That's my official prediction. I think Bobby Green's going to tear him up early and get caught with something fluky late, and Jeremy Stevens finally gets a UFC win for a long time.
All right, Stevens. All right.
I think Bobby. It's the odds really plus 300. Like it's if it was a closer line, more chances. I think he could. Bobby Green's a little chinny. I think it could look a lot like the Drew Dober fight. Remember that one where Dober was getting his ass kicked the whole fight, and then bink, and Stevens has that power. He still does, and he's been staying in shape in boxing. It's not like he's been out of the sport.
It's just he hasn't been successful when he's came back to this sport. The bare knuckle had been much better for him.
Yeah, he looked all right against Mason Jones.
He got out wrestled for the 15 minutes. He looked good on the feet, but again, he's looked good on the feet.
Yeah, but I mean, Bobby's not going to try to take him down.
That's why it makes it really attractive and interesting. Biggest favorite on the planet, I mean on the card, Abita Gutier is, I've seen minus 1,800 in some places. You can get all the way down to minus 900 if you find the right market. And Ozzy Diaz is all the way like plus 900 in some spots.
This fight's unbettable. I don't even know. Maybe props if you bet Gautier round 1 KO, because I think that's what's going to happen. Because I don't think he's going to even come out gun shy after his last performance. I think he's still going to go out there and swing hard. And Diaz just can't. Sometimes they're just too much of at a physical disadvantage.
Yaroslav Amaslav comes in as a favorite
card
over Joel Alvarez. Alvarez was never a lightweight. He was always killing himself to make this weight. I love him at welterweight, but I absolutely love Yaroslav Amaslav, who's one loss in his career. His head wasn't into it. He was halfway in war. He was having contract problems with Bellator. I don't know which way to go here. I really love Amaslav.
I hate this fight because I love both these dudes. I'm like, it's annoying, but I think it's a little bit of a step up and too much of fighting a solid welterweight like that. I think Amosov was going to win this one. I wouldn't be surprised if El Fenomeno finds a finish, but I like Amosov here. It's a scary one though, because I just think Alvarez, he'll get taken down and he doesn't work back up to his feet. His submission, I mean, he normally throws up submissions as defense instead of working back up to a base and getting back up to his feet.
Didn't he have 2 or 3 leg lock wins in a row at one point early in his UFC career?
Yeah, he's had crazy submission. His submission game is nasty, but I just think Amosov's too solid on top.
You didn't feel good about the chinniness of Bobby Green, and I mean no disrespect when I say this. Grant Dawson feels a little chinny to me as he comes in a slight favorite also over Matthews Robecki, who Dawson wins by out grappling people. Robecki really loses just by getting out brawled by people because he's hard to take down.
I like Robecki here. Same reason. Dawson's really good, really skilled, but talk about chinny. Yeah. I mean, he's a freaking skilled elite fighter. He's so good. He got dropped by a jab from Bobby Green, though.
Yep. Yeah.
Jim
Miller
here. Go ahead.
Jim Miller, an absolute massive, also underdog to Jared Gordon. If you ask me who wins this fight, I think it's Jared Gordon. You ask me if these odds are correct, I feel like they're a little wide.
Yeah, the odds are a little wide. Gordon's good. I'm gonna definitely Gordon unless he gets hit by a car or something before the event. Do you remember all that stuff?
The longer I'm in this industry, the more I'm not surprised that fighters get in car accidents the week of the fight. I just don't know why they're a magnet. I was talking to Mike Winklejohn last week, and he's like, we probably shouldn't have let Holly box against Stephanie in the original fight. Why? She was in a car accident 5 days before. What?
I didn't even know that. That's wild.
It just came out on Saturday when I had him on ESPN Radio on my Cage Minds Fight Hour. Guys, check out Cage Minds Fight Hour, ESPN Radio, Albuquerque 1017 The Team, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, cageminds.com for all that stuff. But yeah, people getting in car accidents, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think Gordon clears here though. Jim Miller's pretty dang gold. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time too, but and Gordon's good. Like, he's solid. He's a good boxer. I thought he beat Nazareth Hapcras. I thought he definitely beat Patty, even though he lost both those scorecards. Like, he should be ranked. Like, he's a good fighter.
Roman Kopylov was ranked. He then lost to 2 incredibly massive power punchers. He now comes in as the underdog to Brazilian Marco Tulo, who does have 10 knockout wins on his resume. Am I wrong to say I'm not that impressed, though, with Tulo's victories? Because Igor Pretoria and Treshin Gore, don't impress me.
Eating that fight too. Oof. Gore's not bad either. Gore just had a good win over Azamat Bakoyev. I bet Trayshawn Gore that fight is a big dog.
I was stupidly shocked by that one. I had Bagoyev easily winning, I thought.
Yeah, I found I made my pro debut on the Bakoyev card where he was the main event in Denver. Yeah, I saw him. He's not that big. I was bigger than him. He's shredded, but he's a good, solid fighter. But I just think he gets overpriced every fight just because like his Russian name probably.
Yeah, he came with a good record. It looked like he had a full skill set. But here with Kopylov and Tulo, do you feel this is appropriately priced? Because I was just surprised that a guy that was fighting towards the top 10 is now an underdog to a guy rising.
Yeah, if Kopylov can't get takedowns, I think he's going to get out pressured and outpaced on the feet bad. So I like Tulo here.
I don't think I've ever seen Kopylov working for his takedowns. He's more of a Russian striker, so maybe it is
Almeida. Remember, he was getting cracked a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good point. When there was a better kickboxer in front of him,
Tulo looked bad his last fight, but he fought a freaking good fighter, and he just. I think Tulo's still legit. I think he's a legit prospect.
Leroy Duncan ate him up, spit him out, proved that he is ascending and going to be a top 15 guy. That was an impressive performance. And that's probably also why I'm shocked to see, Tulo as a favorite. I guess they expect this is the rebound fight to see what he's truly made of.
I think it is. I like him here.
Pat Sabatini, he'll definitely have the grappling advantage. I was surprised. It was either his last fight of the fight before where he got the knockout victory, taking on Frenchman William Gomes. How do you see this one?
This one, I like Sabatini here. It's a little high price, but Gomes, he doesn't finish people. And the only way Sabatini loses is if he gets bonked early because he's a skilled fighter and one of the best grapplers in MMA. I think he's that good on the ground. I think if he doesn't get bonked early, it could happen, but Gomes doesn't really come out and bonk people. He literally fights so boring, so the shizzing machine. I think Sabatini wins here.
Basingor Sursakayev is the second biggest favorite on the card. I think the biggest thing for him is to look impressive and to look composed. Well, he came with a lot of hype. I think that he just looked kind of sloppy and almost let himself gas out his last time out. So I think you just need to look professional here.
Yeah, I think he gets it done here. I don't think there's any way he loses this one, but the price is insane. I'm not going to bet it. He was actually a pretty cool dude. He was when Ty was on Contender Series and I went with Ty out there. He fought on that card too, and him and his team were all pretty cool.
Oh, nice, awesome, and big card for him as he's a teammate of Chimaev. Chimaev put quite a camp around him for this one. You saw Khalil Roundtree was there, Brendan Allen. It seems like he might be owning all these guys the way they're looking at him.
Yeah.
The looks they give him, I haven't seen dudes giving other dudes that look since everyone at Jackson's was looking at young John Jones.
Yeah. No, Hamzat's a different breed, I think.
Opening up the card, you got Jose Ochoa versus Clayton Carpenter. Carpenter, small underdog, a little bit of a favorite there with Ochoa. Both guys came into the UFC, a lot of hype, a lot of expectations. 2-2 for Carpenter, and I believe it's 1-2 for Ochoa.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call. I think I'm leaning Carpenter because the odds. I just think it's dog or pass here. I think Ochoa relies too much on finishing at flyweight. And flyweight's a hard division to finish in all the time consistently. So I think Carpenter's a solid fighter too.
Carpenter decisioned Edgar Shaires on the Contender Series, and Shaires is now ranked in the top. I think he's in the top 15.
Is he? Yeah.
In the flyweight division. Making sure actually I don't see him. Never mind. Probably just right outside of it, but it feels like Carpenter a lot of hype and just hasn't that next level. Like his game, he's just maintained the same grappling base and hasn't taken that next step. So I want to see it. I'm hopefully can, but I just haven't.
Yeah, I'm going to take Carpenter small here. I think it's dog or pass.
All right. So we got the official bets again from James Romero, and just to remind us, we were trying to do a lot better than we did for UFC 327. My God, dude, we went 4-8.
Oh yeah, no, I got cooked. And I was actually I did good on the main card. I had like parlays with Hokit, Costa, and I had everything tied to Yuri, and then I had a lot of straight money on Yuri. I would have won like $1,200 if Yuri would have won. And I'm like, oh wait, nice. He tore his knee. All he's got to do is make it. And he walks in with his hands down. But I'm like, God, this guy's retarded. I love Yuri, but gosh, that was
Oh,
so
the
dumb.
pain. Oh, the pain.
Yeah, you were surprised at my Costa pick though that week.
I was, and I was surprised how well he performed. And yeah, no, that was a great one.
That was a good one. Yeah, hopefully we're better this week though. I've done good on the fight nights. I've actually done pretty dang good, but we don't do those for shows and stuff. But too hectic.
Too hectic. Do we got any fight news for James?
I thought so today, but we had someone say no. I got messaged by someone, Kale Sonnen's promotion. Hey, we got this dude, want to know, looking for a fight. I gave him JJ's number. I'm like, talk to my manager. We had it all offered, sent them the offer, said, well, we'll let you know by the end of the day. And they said, oh, well, we're looking for someone with less experience. So I was like, come on. And that was May 30th in Portland. So, I mean, I'm training. I'm ready to take a fight on a week's notice. I'm in shape. I haven't really stopped training. So
he's James Romero, ascending MMA fighter, fit NHB. James is a beast is how you follow him on social media. We got the picks. We got the bets. We're going to keep track of it. We'll talk to you for UFC 329 or sooner, hopefully, if we get some good fight news.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll let you know if I get fight news. As soon as I have a fight, I'll post it and I'll let you know.
You have a good night, James.
Cool. Later. Have a good night.
Later.